Welcome, dear students of secondary stage. Now we are moving to the second unit. Still, we are in Module 1, Health and Safety, okay? Unit 2, Eating Around the World, because actually food is part of keeping our bodies in good health. So now let's discuss the important words that have been mentioned in the unit. Okay, the first word is excerpt, or another word for it is an extract. What's an excerpt or an extract? This is part of a text taken from a novel or a book or a film, okay? And we have taken a part of it to discuss it, okay? Then, old-fashioned. If something or someone is old-fashioned, it means not modern, not trendy. So, for example, my grandparents still wear old-fashioned clothes. Then, Thanksgiving, and pay attention that it always comes capitalized like this because it's a name of an annual holiday that is celebrated and marked by some religious observance, and we offer traditional meals in it, okay? It's somehow like Christmas and that's it, okay? Article. An article, this is a piece of writing in magazines or newspapers. Then, questionnaire. What's a questionnaire? This is a set of questions that we ask it for a group of people for a study or for doing a survey. So, for example, I wanted to make a certain study about young people who use social media. So I go down and I ask a group of people through a set of questions. So this is called questionnaire, okay? Then, believe. Believe, it means to think that something is true. So you believe someone, it means you think that he is honest or he is telling you the reality. We believe in God, so we think that God is real and he is already there. And the noun is belief. Bear in mind that usually when we have any noun that ends in F or FE, usually when we change it into the plural, we cross out the F and turn it into VES, like knife, knives, life, lives, okay? But for belief, we just add the S, okay? We do not cancel the F. Then, diversity. What's diversity? It's a variety, collection of different things. So, we have to accept the diversity in our environment. It means we have different kinds of things in our environments, wild and domestic animals, okay? Traditions. What's a tradition? A tradition is the custom or the things that have been accepted by a certain society and it's passed from one generation to another, okay? Negotiation. What's to negotiate? This is the verb. And the negotiation is the noun. Negotiation, it means a discussion aimed mainly to reach a conclusion or an agreement. So, for example, if we are doing business together or if we are trying to make a deal, so there must be negotiation to agree together to a certain decision at the end. Mealtime. It's the time when you get your meals, lunchtime, breakfast time. Amount. The amount of something is how much there is of that thing, okay? So I don't have enough amount of money, okay? Drink enough amount of water every day. Celebrate. Of course, all of us like to celebrate. So celebrate, it means to have a certain happy day, okay, because of an event that is important for you with enjoyable and funny activities like celebrating your birthday, celebrating an anniversary. Then, eat out. It means to eat a meal outside your home, at a restaurant, for example. Get together means to meet with other people, okay? So we usually get together with our relatives at the weekend. Occasion. It's at the time when something happens, okay? So, for example, I made use of this occasion, or it means of that time, to discuss with her a certain matter. Fine. Prepare. To make something ready for use. For example, let's prepare dinner, okay? So we have to make it ready for use. Serve. Serve, it means to give someone food or drink as part of their meal. So if you are at a restaurant, they are serving you the main course, following the soup, and then at the end the dessert. So this is to serve. Traditional. Okay, as we said, tradition, it's something from passed through generations, okay? So traditional is somehow like this. When you have something that existed for a long time and you do not change it. For example, she still has that traditional way of getting dressed. It means she doesn't change her style. Customer. Customer is the person who buys goods or products or even services from a shop. So if you go to a restaurant or if you buy something from any shop, you are called a customer. Then, gather. Gather, it means to collect things. You can gather people or you can gather things. Desert. And bear in mind that this is double S because desert, which is one S, this is the land that's full of sand and there are not enough plants. Okay, so dessert, this is the sweet course that is served for you at the end of your meal, like molten cake and so on. Okay, passenger. A passenger is the traveler on a plane or on a train, okay? So this person that is on the train or on the plane is called the passenger. Survive. Survive is somehow like to escape death, to continue to live, especially after an accident or after a difficult situation or after an ordeal, okay? So, for example, when I say, luckily we survived after the terrible accident, it means we escaped death. Then, vertically. Of course, vertically is like that from top to bottom or vice versa, and this is horizontally, fine? But actually within the text, okay, you will find that vertically means passed from generation to another. How? For example, when I say, unfortunately, this disease has passed vertically from mother to her children. Okay, you got this? So vertically here, within that context, it means passed from one generation to another. Then, event. Event, it means a very important thing that happens to you. So everyone can consider something an event. You consider your prom as an event. Someone considers the day on which he got married is an event. So this is a very important thing that happens. A turkey, okay? So a turkey, this is a large bird, domesticated bird, and actually it's a very well-known meal that is offered or served especially on Christmas days or in festivals like Thanksgiving and Christmas, okay? Feed, to give food, to give a bird or something, or to give someone. So if you are feeding the animals or feeding the baby, it means you are giving them food. And the past is fed. Popular. When something is popular, it means it's liked and admired by a lot of people. So for example, she is a very popular teacher because most of her students admire her. And the noun, of course, popularity. Salty. When something or when the food has lots of salt, we call it salty. But what about spicy? When it's hot, when it's peppery, chili. Feta, of course we know feta, and we usually have it as a kind of our traditions, okay, in one of the feasts. This is an Egyptian food that is known for the bread. We put the soup on it, and then you have some rice and the tomato sauce, and at the end there is some meat on the top, okay? Oysters. What are oysters? Actually, oysters are found in the sea. There is a soft thing that is found into shells, okay? And some people eat these things, okay? And it can be part of the seafood. So this is what's called oysters. Mochi. What's a mochi? This is actually a kind of Japanese rice cake, okay? It has, of course, a certain recipe, okay? Rare. When something is rare, it means that it's not very often, it's not found a lot, okay? And that's why it can be precious. So, for example, we say that rare pearls are very expensive, okay? Because they are not found a lot. Then, personally. When I say personally, it means for myself or as I see or in my opinion. So personally, it means preparing for saying something related to your own point of view. Then, chopsticks. Actually, these are the wooden sticks that the Japanese or the Chinese use to have their meals. Then, pumpkin pie. Of course, all of us know the pumpkin, okay? It's a large fruit that is usually yellow or orange somehow in color, and we make shapes with it in Halloween and Christmas, okay? We use this fruit in order to make pie, and also it's served in festivals or holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas. Finally, the word foods. Foods, yes. Usually we say food. Food is known as an uncountable noun. So for example, when I say you have to eat healthy food, but actually when I add this S, it means that I mean different types or different kinds of foods. So when I refer to vegetables, fruits, desserts, whatever, these are different types of foods. Fine? Now we will move to the words that are related to King Lear that you will find at the end of the unit. When I say that my heart is broken, it means that I'm hurt or I'm very sad because something bad happened to me. Then, deserve. Deserve when you get something fair enough for you, either a punishment or a reward. So for example, you deserve what you got, okay? You deserve the punishment because you were a troublemaker. Okay, so this was fairly enough for you. Truth, it's reality. To send somebody away. When I send somebody away, it means I'm dismissing that person or I'm ordering them to leave. Ill health, okay? Of course, this is an I, but capitalized. So ill health, it means poor health. When someone has poor or ill health, it means that he's very weak, he can catch diseases easily. Anger. Anger, this is the noun from angry. Inherit. Inherit means to receive something after the death of someone. To receive money, to receive lands, to receive wealth or riches as we studied in the previous unit. So, inherit, to receive something after the death of someone. For example, I inherited this large house after the death of my parents. And the noun is inheritance. Then, income. What's an income? Income, it means the regular amount of money that you get. Suppose that I'm working, so I get a salary. And then I have another flat that I'm renting. So I receive a rent every month. The rent that I get and plus the salary, plus any other investment that I have, all of this amount of money is called income. Got it? Not only the wages or the salaries that you get. Loyalty. Loyalty is the noun from loyal. If you are honest to someone, if you are supporting this person, if you are real to them, so you are a loyal person and you have loyalty. Then, stage directions. Stage directions are the instructions written in the script, as we said before, when we were explaining the word play, that it means to be acted on the stage. And it's written in the form of a script or a dialogue between two people. So you will find also stage directions that, or it means instructions that show the movement and the tone and how the actor is, the position of the actor on the stage. Is the actor talking aside or addressing the audience, etc. So these things are called stage directions. Trust. Trust, it means confidence, okay? And if you trust someone, it means that you believe that this person is loyal and you can depend on them and they cannot cheat you. So this is trust. A fool. Last time we discussed the word foolish. We said that this is an adjective. It means to act unwisely or somehow stupidly. So a fool, this is a noun, okay? It means someone who acts badly or someone who acts stupidly. Deceive. If you deceive someone, it means you cheat them or you make someone believe that something is true, but it's not, okay? Pleased, it means happy or glad. Okay, now moving to some phrases, expressions, and idioms. Number one, collect data. Okay, collect data means that you try to collect information. Show respect for someone or somebody. For example, you have to show respect for your teachers. Connect with. We are connected with each other through social media, through different applications. Grow food. When you grow food, it means that you grow the plants or the crops that can be eaten as food. On the fourth Thursday in November, pay attention to that. When I said on the fourth Thursday, this is a day, and all the days take the preposition on. Even if I canceled the word Thursday, if I said on the 4th of November, still it's a day, so it takes the preposition on. Keep out of the way. If something is standing in your way, like an obstacle, you want to remove it. So you say, keep your bag out of the way. I cannot walk. Native Americans. The word native, it means the original people who come from a certain country, okay? Not those who immigrated to that country. So the Native Americans, it means the people who are originally from America. And another word for that is Red Indians. So the Red Indians, it means people, it doesn't mean people from India. No, these are the Native Americans. Broken heart, we said it before. If you have a broken heart, it means you are very sad. Fall asleep, it means to sleep suddenly. Okay? For example, while watching television, I fell asleep. Look after, to take care of someone or something. For example, I look after my younger sister while mom is away. And believe a lie. This is also a phrase that we use it. For example, if someone lied to you or deceived you, he made you believe a lie. Then, we will move to the grammar of Unit 2, which is comparative and superlative adjectives. Of course, this is a simple one that we have discussed for many years, okay? First of all, the difference between comparative and superlative. The main difference is that when you compare something, usually this is two things or two people, and that's why we call it comparative, okay? But for the superlative, you compare something or someone to more than two, okay? With the comparative adjectives, you add ER to the adjective and then follow it with the word than. Like, for example, bigger than, thinner than, better than. But for the superlative, you add EST to the adjective and you precede it, before it, you put the word the, okay? Like, for example, the biggest, the thinnest, the best, okay? Let's revise with each other how to use the comparative adjectives. Number one, to make comparisons, as we said. He bought a faster car. Faster car, as if I'm referring to the car that he already had before. So, as if I'm saying he bought a faster car than the old one, okay? Then here, the second point, to compare two things, and you mentioned these two things. Like, for example, koshari, which is also an Egyptian food, is cheaper than chicken. So here you mentioned the two things and you compare them. How did I form the comparative adjective? We added ER to the adjective and then we followed it with the word than. Okay, what if this adjective is a long one or it has more than one syllables? Okay, so if it has more than one syllable, in this case we cannot add ER. For example, I cannot say beautifuler. okay? So you need here something else other than the ER, which is more. So the dress or this dress is more expensive than that one. We got this? So we use more for longer adjectives and just the ER with the shorter ones. Then finally, to describe how something changes. Again, as if you are comparing what it was before and how it comes now. So for example, he is feeling happier. It means happier than before. So he has changed, or his state has changed. Okay, pay attention. We can use a lot or a little before the comparative adjective to say that there is a big or small difference between the two things. Okay, so for example, here in the case of comparing the price of the dress, okay, if I want to say if it's a big difference or a little or a small difference, how can I express that? I will say that this dress is a little more expensive than that one, or a lot more expensive. Fine? Like these examples, a little warmer or a lot more expensive. Then moving to the superlative adjectives. It means comparing more than two things. Okay? Nada is the youngest member in our family. So here we are comparing Nada to all the other members in the family, and this is more than two. So how did I form the superlative? I put the, and then the adjective, and then est. Again, with longer adjectives, we add most instead of the est. So she was the most attractive lady in the ball. Also, we can use the superlative to express extremes, okay? Like, for example, this is the hottest month, okay? So you are comparing this month to all the other months in the year. Fine. Look at this quick practice so that we can check that you have stuck the differences into your mind. Jobs are getting space to find these days. Okay, we are comparing the state of the jobs or finding jobs in the past and finding them nowadays. So here, this is comparative. Which of these choices form the comparative? Maybe someone will say more hard, okay, but actually no, because hard is a short kind of adjective. You can easily add er to it. So jobs are getting harder to find these days. Fine. She is space hardworking person I have ever met. Here I'm comparing her to all the other people that I have met in my life. So this is comparing more than two. So I need comparative or superlative. Superlative, of course. Okay, which of these choices can form the superlative adjective? The most, and what else? Least. Okay, actually less or least, I can use them to show negative adjective. For example, she is less beautiful than her sister. Okay, it means they are not equally beautiful. She's not as beautiful as her sister. Okay. So I can use less or the least. But as we said here, for superlative, we must precede the adjective with the word the. And least here is not preceded by the. So I cannot choose it. It's the most. Then, he can't run any space. This is his best. It means what he is or the way he is running now, okay, this is the best. He can do something more. Yes, so you can use here a comparative adjective. He can't run any faster. It means any faster than this. Okay, number 4. The weather is a space better today. Here I'm expressing a kind of change that happened to the weather. And I already have a comparative form. So here I want to show that the change that happened, okay, is big or small. I wanted to show the difference here. So I need either a lot or a little. Which is found here? A little. So the weather is a little better today. This is the end of Unit 2. Thank you guys. Bye.